Hello everyone. Now in this video we have a nice equation from the mathematics Olympiad. So we are going to solve this equation that we see over there. Now the question says that if we have x minus 1 over y equals to 3, y minus 1 over z equal to 5, z minus 1 over s is equal to what? Where we are given the product of s, y and z is equal to 7. So now how do we do this? So now what we are going to do is that we are going to pick these equations that we see over here. So now let's look at it. So it says that s minus 1 over y, and then y minus 1 over z, and then z minus 1 over x also, right? Now I'm finding the product because you realize that s, y, z, so we need to manipulate this equation to we have some s, y, z, then we can replace it with something like this. At the end of the day we are going to get something like this. Then we're going to find what the value of z minus z minus 1 over s will be. So in this case, since we have this, we are going to find the product of these two, right? So finding the product of these two, it becomes xy minus x over z, then minus y over y, then plus 1 over yz, all of this being multiplied by z minus 1 over x here, right? Now with this one, what we can do next is just we have y over y here, so that becomes 1. So let me write 1 here, right? Now let's go on and then expand this also. So the first one becomes syz, this times that also becomes minus x y over x, this minus that becomes minus zx over z, and then this becomes plus x y zx. The next one becomes minus z, and then becomes plus 1 over x. This becomes 1 over x y z. Good. Now we have something like this. Now what do we do next? So we realize that this will get rid of that, this gets rid of that, this also, and then we just have syz minus y here minus x plus 1 over z minus z plus 1 over x plus 1 over syz. So there's one more left. This multiplies z, it becomes z over 1 over z, z gets rid of z, then we have 1 over y. So it's supposed to come here, it's supposed to be here, so plus 1 over y, and then the last one, this is supposed to be negative, yeah, so we have negative here, and then remember plus 1 over y also. Good. Now let's try and then group like terms. Remember we have x y z here, and then we have the reciprocal of that minus 1 over x y z, and then the next time we have minus x, and then that here, so we just bring minus outside, and we have x minus 1 over x in this. So to make it easier, let's write this whole equation in terms of the general one that we see over here. Remember, it just says s minus 1 over y, so let's do that here. So we have x here being negative x, and then 1 over y, so negative 1 over y here, and then the next one becomes is y minus 1 over z, so we have y here, and then 1 over z. Remember y is negative, so negative outside, y minus 1 over z, and then the next one is z minus 1 over x, which is the one we are looking for, z, and then 1 over x, so minus that z minus 1 over x outside also. So we realize that we've grouped like terms nicely here. Now remember, it has come out the way we want. What is xyz? Remember, xyz is equal to 7, so we are going to substitute that. So this becomes 7 minus what is 1 over xyz, so 1 over xyz becomes 1 over 7 here, then minus what is x minus 1 over y. Remember, it is 3. Y minus 1 over z in the question is 5. And remember, we are looking for s, z minus 1 over x. We don't know what is that. So remember, all of this here is equal to our the product of x minus 1 over y, and then y minus 1 over z. So let's see that 1 over z, and then we have 1 over z, and then multiplied by z minus 1 over x in this case. Good. So since we have something like this, why don't we do some substitutions here? So so let's simplify this. So the whole thing now becomes 7 minus 1 over 7 minus 3 minus 5, all of this minus what we are looking for, which is z minus 1 over x here, equals to, remember, it's equals to this x minus 1 over y, which is just 3. So I'm going to write down 1 there, then y minus 1 over z, which is 5. So 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by z minus 1 over x. Good. So now let's simplify the whole of that. When we simplify this, remember 7 minus 1 over 7, this gives me minus 8. So I have minus z minus 1 over x here, and then this gives me 15 multiplied by z minus 1 over x in this case. So you can see that we have something simple here. Now we have like terms. Why don't we take them to the other side? So we have 1 over 7 minus 8 here, and I'm taking this to the other side, so it becomes 15 z minus 1 over x. Remember, it is negative. When I take it to the other side, it becomes positive x here. So now the whole of this here now becomes minus 7 over 8, or minus 8 over 7 when you solve this, and then this place becomes so we realize that I can factorize z minus 1 over x outside. When I factorize that one outside, I have just my 15 here, and then plus 1 in this case, right? So this is what I have, and then I'll send this to the other side. So z minus 1 over x here becomes minus 8 over 7 here, divided by what is 15 plus 1, which is 16. So z minus 1 over x becomes minus 8 over 7 times 1 over 6 here. 8 goes into itself 1, sorry for that, and then 8 goes into 16 2. So z minus 1 over 7 in this case becomes negative 1 over 7 times 2 becomes 14 in this case. So we have this to be that. So that would be the value of z in this case. Now thank you very much for watching this video. I hope this video was helpful. If you are new here, please like, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell to be notified anytime I post a new video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.